And we are back with DTM Real Talk. We're just keeping it real. If this is your first time chiming in, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I assure you that something will be said to encourage you, yes, to inspire you. And if you're on the wrong track, get you right back on. This is DTM Real Talk, y'all, and we're back with Kyra's journey. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard the last 2 weeks, you need to go check out the last 2 weeks, because last week she shared with us how that she actually, God just detoured, just let me just say like this, God just messed everything up.
Yes.
According to our plans, that's what he does.
That's what
He
he does.
interrupted all her plans and got her to the place where, well, we're not going to say to the place where she should be, but we're going to say on the journey that she should be on. And so, Kyra, say hi to the good folks out there.
Hi, good folks.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And last week, she completed medical school. Well, actually, not medical school. God detoured the journey to nursing. And she's
Nursing.
just passionate about helping people. And in
Yes.
her journey of nursing, the old body
Yes.
start to do what it does, start to act up. We're not gonna say break down. It just start to act up and give us all kind of challenges, with
Yes.
joint pain. And then her husband had joint pain from his issues, and she was like, "What am I gonna do?" Oh, I like the fact. Go back and check it out. I like the fact that when she began the therapy, they had the option of hypnosis versus her faith. Kyra said, "Oh no, 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 no! I'm going to go to who created me, who made me, who drew me, who grew me, who saved me." And that's what she did. So I'm so excited. And she's going to tell us because she got a hold of this patch. So say hi to the good folks and take it away.
Yes. So, good folks, let me tell you, this patch, I got not only the relief that I was looking for with my knee pain, but I got a whole lot of surprises. I mean, look at my hair right here. Marion will show you, I'm going to send the picture where I had hair just here and here and all in there. It was all thin. I'm going to send you the picture. And I've gotten a haircut since then, since
Uh-huh,
I've been on this patch about 10 months now.
uh-huh.
Like it's filled all in there. But I had this patches. It was bald there. My hair grew back. My eyes are reversing. I can't wait to my eye appointment. But I know it because I work on the screen and I had pairs of glasses that was old. My new pair of glasses started just getting fuzzy. And then I realized I could see out the old ones. And I found that out because I left my new ones by accident at home. And when I got to work and could see the computer screen, like, what is happening?
Uh-huh.
With the old pair from 2019 that was in the console of my car, like, how come I can see out of these? Because
Right.
I used to have to wear contacts underneath them. So it's just been blowing my mind every month. I am off every single allergy med.
Wow.
I take nothing. I was taking Zyrtec in the morning, Zysol at night. If you
Uh-huh.
guys know anything about the allergies, you know these meds that I'm calling.
Okay.
Nasal rinse, the nasal spray. I was then the eye drops. It was itching, so I went and they had a blood test,
Okay.
and I tested for things across seasons because you know why inflammation had just built up in my body over
Yes.
time from toxins, stress, life, everything, and I was just puffy, and I think I'll send you that picture too. And just my before and after, you can see the inflammation, you can see the
Yes.
stress,
Yes.
and the pain had manifested that symptom of pain. But I also went through a season of loss and grief. I had
Mhm.
lost all three of my maternal aunts back to
Wow.
back, and I was close to my maternal family, as I told y'all. So I was in this season of grief, of loss, of
Yes.
pain.
Yes.
And I thought the only thing was wrong with me was the pain. But when the patch started working, I realized all the list of things that my brain was signaling to my body that needed healing. So
Oh,
my allergies, I wasn't just supposed to live with that and accept that that was the best that life had for me.
right.
Because, right, the God I serve wants the very best for me, even despite of our choices with food
Amen.
and the things we eat or the things we may drink, right?
Mhm.
There's a chance to recover.
Right.
So I call myself a hope dealer because that's what I bring to the good people. Hope, hope,
Yes.
hope.
Yes.
So my eyes and then my blood pressure. I went to get another life insurance policy. They took my blood pressure 3 times. So,
Mhm.
and then I said, well, let me go to the doctor and let him take it too. I got off one of 2 meds. I got one more to go. All my labs, my A1C, because I'm not claiming any pre-diabetes.
Uh-huh.
It is normal. My
Amen.
cholesterol, my triglycerides. Um, when I tell you in nursing world, we say when we go and examine a patient, and when we have a patient, we do what's called a head to toe assessment.
Yes.
So I felt like this patch has done a head to toe
All
assessment
right now. And
and
Kyra,
said,
Kyra, what happens is I tell the good folks, the labs
yes,
don't lie. The labs
no,
don't lie.
they don't lie.
Yeah. Go on.
Head to toe assessment. So internal and external. So at the time, I told you I went through a season of loss and grief. I called my doctor and say, "Hey, put me in touch with a therapist. I need to walk this through. I've lost 3 aunts back to back." And I was all in the mix, right? And I said I lost my grandmother in 21, and then 3 aunts by February 24.
Wow.
That's a lot. So as I'm walking through grief and sadness, I put this patch on. I told you the first thing I noticed was sleep.
Yes.
Then I realized it's brain balancing.
Yes.
Also, the fogginess I got from COVID. If you had COVID or you had the vaccine, you need this patch. Let me just throw that in there. So,
Yeah.
brain balancing, and then the pain and the stiffness, and it works through all the things, the eyes, because it talks. My brain tells the body what it needs to do. So the pain just activates through the heat and light, activates the dormant stem
Yeah,
cells.
Kyra,
The brain
Kyra,
tells
let me pause you for a second.
the what?
So clarify for the good folks. So the patch
Yeah,
doesn't heal,
the
correct?
patch doesn't heal.
How does that work? Go ahead.
My body healed.
Yes.
So my body here, you have a crystal lattice in this patch that activates a copper peptide by reflecting the heat and light. And I like to keep it simple, even though I'm a nurse.
Yes.
But the name of the process is photobiomodulation. It's a big word. So see,
Yeah.
just say the patch works, heat and light, infrared heat.
Heat and light. That's it.
Heat and light, infrared heat. That's why we glow in the dark. That's why you put the night vision goggles on. You can see people behind a closed door of a house from miles away because we reflect heat and light.
Yes.
So when you put the patch on, it's a mirror and it directs that heat and light back into your body, activates this copper peptide, which turns on the switch. Just turns on the switch with your body and says, stem cells, wake up.
Yeah.
Wake
Very
up. Dormant. Dormant stem cells wake up. Mutated stem cells. Let's become fresh and new. Fresh and new. And what's great about it is an endogenous source.
good.
So your own stem cells, you're not injecting someone else's foreign stem cells into
Right.
your body. So you don't have, when you inject foreign, your body can reject it. That's why they tell you with the stem cell injection, you might have some success, you might not. Your body could reject it. Then you're dealing with the needle. You might have soreness, you might have bruising, you might have infection at the site, and then it's localized. You put this
Mm.
localized injection in. Let's say my wrist is hurting. You put it here and it just works for your wrist. It
Right.
doesn't balance the brain. It doesn't go to your knee. That's 3 more injections you'll have to pay for.
Wow.
So I appreciated that this was affordable, and all I could think about was people who need it.
Right.
But what I loved about the company when my husband and I went to see what we had our hands on is that my team that I had joined was a team of prayer, a
Wow.
team of faith, a
Yes.
team of belief. Then, when I saw the corporate vision, the CEO was a man of faith, a man of God, a man of belief.
Yes.
So, yes, they talked healing in your body with these patches, they talked healing in your finances
Yes.
with the business opportunity, especially in these times that we're in post COVID, where interest rates are up, prices are up, where people cannot afford eggs, where that you cannot make a living on what you made 2 years ago. You're almost 14, 15, 16,000 over that
Mm.
by USA Today poll. So you can't live the same way you did. You need 14, 15, 16,000 more today to live at the same level. We're not
Yeah.
talking about extravagance, the same level that you've been living. And it's been a strain and a tightness on everyone because everyone's raises on their jobs has
Absolutely.
not met the level of need and the interest rates and the inflation rates. So healing in your body, healing in your finances. And I heard this team say, we've talked about healing with your body healing itself, right? With the patch giving it the tools. We've talked about healing in your finances because the income opportunity provides that tool, if you speak. They said, but if you don't have God, none
Absolutely.
of what we talked about matters. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's the same thing I felt.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Too.
You talk about right space, right time. I said, where am I? This is it.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
it. This
Yes.
is where I'm supposed to be. This is my tribe.
Yes.
Right? Because when you're in the process of becoming who God intended and designed you to be, it's important to connect with the right people
That's right.
that can help you along the journey, that can pray for you, because
Yeah.
how you come out of brokenness, prayer, communion, community. God did not intend for us to do this walk alone.
Absolutely not.
That's
It's
why
about
there's
community.
that's in us. So I was just like, oh my God. So you mean my body is changing and I'm getting the needs met there. I'm earning income. I'm helping people. So I started praying, God, tell me who you want me to call.
Yes.
Tell me who you want me to call. And one morning I woke up and I wrote in my notebook. And Marion, y'all, was the third person. It was three that day. And for some reason, I didn't call Marion first because I said I haven't talked to her in the longest out of everybody.
Mhm.
So the other two people, I talked to him maybe, here and there. And the second person, I didn't talk to her physically, but I had messaged her on Facebook in 2020. And Marion, it just felt like it was going to be a cold call because it was so many years.
Yeah.
So I called the first two people and I shared the patch and the opportunity, because one thing that I know is this is a powerful message. So you need to pick up the phone and call the people when God lays them on your heart. And so I just walked around a little bit in between and I said, okay. I said to myself, you gonna call Marion or not? It don't matter if you ain't talked to her in
Your chicken list.
Yes. And so I said, I know I don't have no chick. I'm calling. And I called Marion and I'm telling her, Marion, I got something you need to hear about. She said, well, I bet you it's not good as what I got to tell you. I say, oh, yes, ma'am, it is, because there's nothing else like this. and so, and so, long story short, Marion ended up getting the patch.
Actually, she skipped something. I was
But
actually
I'm gonna let you
yeah,
tell
no,
that.
I was in Florida with a friend because she had just
I'm
lost
gonna let you
her
tell
husband.
that.
Yeah, she had just lost her husband, and I was doing the thing. I was like, okay, let me just go here, be with her, but it's gonna be rest time for me. So when she called me, I was like, just like she said, and I said, but okay, yeah, I got the sciatic nerve. I got hit by a truck in 2022. That's the only thing I have because y'all know I don't do the medicine thing unless I just have to take him to the hospital. If I get hit by a car, I have a heart attack. Take me. And so I said, well, yeah, let me check it out. Yeah. So I'm researching, I'm driving and researching while she's talking. And so anyway, I got the patches because I needed to deal with my sciatic nerve. And it's one thing I said. Do you remember about what I wasn't going to do, Kyra?
But before that, because I thought you was gonna share this,
Okay, go ahead.
you text me later, a
Uh-huh.
couple weeks later, remember? And you said, "Can you mail me one?"
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I said, "No,
yeah,
it's too
absolutely.
powerful for 1 month. Nope, we're
Yeah,
not doing that. You're gonna go
absolutely.
all in, because one thing you're
That's
gonna
exactly what I said to
is
her.
I
Check
want
it
you
out.
to get the results that you need and that you deserve, and everybody owes it to themselves
That's right.
to go all in on their health. Because at the end of your life, if you don't have your health, and even if you have wealth, the wealth can't pay for you to get your
That's
health.
right. That's right.
And so I said, Marion, no, ma'am. You can open up your own account and you can order them. And I told her, say you can order them retail, but I don't know why you want to do that. Or you could order wholesale, because the ladies, we like to get a discount.
Yeah,
Why we
yeah,
want to
yeah,
pay
yeah.
full price for anything? And so I gave her options. I said, but no, not 1 month, because the inventor says 1 month per decade of life.
That's right.
But that's for the average healthy person. But if you got issues, I tell people, hey, just order it. Hatch for 6 to 12 months. Just give it the due
You're going
time
to take supplements for the rest of your
the
life. So
rest of your
I do
life.
this for your
And
health.
And let me tell you from the nursing perspective,
Go
when
ahead.
the doctor ordered that blood pressure pill or that pill for your heart failure, or that pill for this, or when you do the medicine for diabetes, they don't tell you 90 days. You're
Yeah.
on it forever. And
Yeah.
guess what? When you start one pill, you're gonna have two pills. Why? Because the side effects of that pill gonna do something in your body and it's gonna go awry, and then you're gonna have to have another pill for the side effect. Then you have another pill for the side effect of the side effect of the side effect.
Go
So
ahead, girl.
how come the pills come with friends? Like, I don't want friends. I only thought I was gonna get the one pill.
Right.
I felt that with my blood pressure, right? I
Right.
had one blood pressure pill, took it every day without failure. Why did my blood pressure creep up? Because you know what? There's something going on with my heart, with stress, with the job that I have, being
Yeah.
in leadership and healthcare, leading a team through COVID of nurses, intensive care nurses, people passing away. All that takes a toll. The
Yeah.
stress of doing the job. So this blood pressure medicine did not fix me. It
Right.
did not cure me. It
Right.
kept the blood pressure at bay for a period of time. But guess what? The overarching problem was getting worse.
Yes.
So now with this patch, I'm experiencing the reversal in aging that the
Yeah.
clinical trials spoke to, not me, the clinical trials, because the patch is not on trial. It's been tried,
You tried
tested,
and proven.
proven. Everything's been done already on that. So I'm experiencing that. But those came after the 9 and 10 marks, way beyond.
Yes.
If I'd have stopped at the 1 month per decade, I would not be experiencing the blood pressure. I would not have seen my labs. I
Mhm.
would not have seen my eyes. So those big wins are coming later.
Yes.
So that's what it's important for people to understand. Give it the time it deserves.
Right.
Time is going to pass anyway. And I said I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family. And then I went back to my family. Everybody is going to get patched. This is not a discussion. This is what we doing. Because I said I am not going to lose anybody else prematurely
If I can help it.
if I can help it.
Yes. Yes. And now what
Yeah.
did I tell you I wasn't going to do? I said,
And you said, well, I'll get the patch. Once you came around, you said, well, I'm not going to do the business though. I'll just get the patch. I said, okay, I meet people where they are. There's no pressure here. Because when you put this patch on, I let God do the work and God
Amen.
do the sorting out of the people, right? My job is to deliver the message with what's possible.
Mhm.
And that's all that I did. And I let God do the work and to take it from there. And so Marion texted me and you texted Rebecca in a group text. Like I didn't hear
Day
from you, Dr.
12, day
Patton.
5 and day 12.
Day 5 or something. She said, okay. Day 1, and she sent her testimony. Day 2, day 3, okay, I'm ready now.
No, I did not say I know too many sick people. I said I know too many sick people. I went all in. Premium,
We're
17.95.
all in. And so I said, I was puzzled. I said she wasn't gonna do nothing. She wanted 1 month. And now she went all in to the premium package. I said, I'm so confused. And then way before that, she said, I'm just gonna be a customer. I said, okay. And then when you said I'm gonna be a customer and we hung up, I called you. I was so confused. I called you back. I said, well, Mary, I talked to you on that phone call. I said, and you shared with me some dreams and goals. And I said, you remember this? I said, being a customer doesn't align with your dreams and goals. I said, because I just want you to know that. And I said, and number 2, it's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
Because if you wear it every day and you give it time and you hydrate with electrolytes and you put it on for 12 hours, it is going to work. You are going to have a testimony. I said, I just ask that you call me with it. I said, when it does, you're not going to be able to hold my mule, as they say. You're going to tell some people about it. And I said, and Marion, when that happens, and people want to order it, you're going to have to refer them to me. I said, now, I can take the money. I said, but I love you too much to not to tell you how this works now. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want take your money, but I mean, I will because I'm gonna
She
help.
did. She said that's what she's saying, y'all.
I said just like that. I said, and Mary said, okay. I said, just keep that in mind. And I disconnected the call and we went on. And that's when you called me, like after you got your patches and you
Uh-huh.
started wearing.
Uh-huh.
And I think 5 or 6 days in, that's when
Uh-huh.
you called with the testimony, and then she went all in. So the story in that is deliver the message.
Yeah.
Don't judge people and decide what you think they're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
You give it time that it deserves, and you pray for people, and you meet
Absolutely.
them where they are, and you just never know because God is dealing with people always in the background
Absolutely.
on levels and speaking to their hearts. So I just did what I was supposed to do. I don't know who's praying for what, who's praying for finances and income, who's praying for health and healing, who's praying for both. But I knew this, that everyone needs this patch. I knew that God had put 3 people on my heart, and one of them was Marion. And I was obedient and I called, and I delivered the message, even on the chicken list.
Even on the chicken list. And look, this the student. The student. And guess who's the student now, y'all? I am. As much as I know about network marketing, direct sales, 40 years of my life, because of Kyra, I've been introduced to a technology that can help us, that can help everybody if you allow it to. I have humbled myself, submitted myself, thrown away everything that I know to learn from my student. She's my baby beast. She's a beast. And I'm on her team and happy to be a part of her team, which is the This Is It team. And it goes up the line. We were a part of the This Is It team because it truly is. And so
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you guys for listening. This has been absolutely incredible interview for 3 weeks. And if you all would like to be patched, reach out to me. The information is at the end of this clip. Reach out to me. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate at all. And if you just decide, well, you know what, I don't want to talk to her because I have no issues. I'm gonna let you go ahead on and believe that. But refer me to somebody that you know have some issues. So this is DTM Real Talk, and we're just oops, nope. Go ahead. Go
Because
ahead.
even if you don't have issues, you're aging. Every day that you're living and breathing, you're aging. Your heart is aging, your body is aging. Just remember, the patch allows your body, I think, an ounce of prevention. How's that saying go? Worth a lifetime
A
of
lifetime
cure.
cure.
Yeah, so preventing stuff, right?
Yes.
You are aging. This patch is not anti-aging, is reverse aging.
And reversing.
So even if you feel like you're at your best health, it can take you to the next level, is what I want to
Absolutely.
say. And
Absolutely.
it prevent things. I've helped people who didn't even know they had issues brewing in the background. I had someone whose doctor left a voicemail and she didn't even know she had a problem, but the patches got her through it. So you never know.
Absolutely. I'm gonna let you end this. This is DTM Real Talk, and we're just doing what?
We are keeping
Keeping
it real.
it real. See y'all next week.